Alright, what is going on, my dudes? I feel like it's been an eternity since we've made one of these Summer of Pain top 10 counter type videos. This year, we got the Eternity of Pain. We're going to jump right back in with this format. These seemed to help a lot of people last year, so after some initial testing, I feel pretty good about the 10 champions on this list for, who's going to be able to counter this guy. So this year, for Eternity of Pain, it is open to anybody Thronebreaker and above. Thronebreaker are going to get 2 objectives. All right, that should be like that. It looks nicer. They have extra large and villain, and then Paragon, which is what the P stands for, have an additional objective. That's going to be doing it with a Mystic Champion. So there are objectives for everybody this year. So those objectives are going to definitely play a role in this top 10 bit here. Now, the third Mystic Paragon objective is going to play some role for sure, but the other ones are going to be more important. Okay, so we're gonna jump in today with 10 champions who can possibly solo and 4 who can get a easy-ish solo. On stream, we streamed for about an hour. We got 3 solos, and we tested a bunch of options too. Coming in at number 10 is a champion that I personally do not recommend you use for this. However, Happy McMuffins put out a really good video featuring a solo here that's going to be Apocalypse. Now, Apocalypse fills the extra large objective. Now, the reason why I don't suggest Apocalypse is because this CROSSBONES has a few nodes. The nodes are Bane, which is very punishing, Biohazard, which Apocalypse can get around, but also some node that essentially is buffed up Defender. So you're not going to be doing any damage whatsoever unless CROSSBONES has 3 buffs on him, particularly his Fury buffs. Now, CROSSBONES gains buffs in 3 ways. When he uses his special 1, he gains 1 Fury buff. Against heroes, he gains 3, okay? When he dashes back and holds block, he refreshes all of his Fury buffs and gains additional ones, and when he shrugs a debuff. Against Apocalypse, you're never going to have him shrug your debuffs, and you can't hit his block to make him, hold block to refresh all of his Fury buffs and gain more. So the only way you're going to get Fury buffs against CROSSBONES with Apocalypse is pretty much baiting 3 special ones in a row. Now, you're going to be really at the mercy of the RNG here and at the AI. So for me, personally, I don't recommend you use Apocalypse for that extra large variant. However, if that's your only option, you can go check out Happy's channel, and he definitely got it done. All right, up next for number 9, we have Guillotine 2099. Now, Guillotine doesn't fit any of these objectives, okay? However, if you are just looking to blitz through it and get that completion done, if you do not have any other options, Guillotine can definitely get it done very well. She's a hero champion, and she puts lots of debuffs on CROSSBONES. She's a little tanky as well, right? She's got that armor, she's got regeneration when she falls down to like 15% health. So she pretty much has everything that you need going on here. She's double immune, so she's not going to be able to hit into his block, making gain more Furies if you need, right? As the fight goes on, you're going to ramp your damage too. So Guillotine, definitely really good for the fight. However, she will not fit the objectives if you're looking for max rewards. Up next, we have an interesting one, Man-Thing, who is bleed immune, okay? So Man-Thing, I feel like most people don't have Man-Thing ranked up. However, if you do, keep in mind he isn't extra large. He's only a large champion, okay? Even if you disagree with that, his tag is not changing. So he's a large Mystic champion. So if you are Paragon and you have a Man-Thing ranked up, he's not the highest Mystic on this list, but he definitely can get the job done. I have somebody in my alliance who did it, right? So yeah, Man-Thing, bleed immune, Mystic champion, there you go. He can do it. You're going to be at mercy of the AI as well, but there's definitely going to be some Fury buffs. And also, he puts buffs on the Defender as well, so he's definitely going to be decent for it. Up next, we have another champion who does not fit the objectives, but Omega Sentinel is so good for it because every time you hit him and you get a bleed, or if you get a poison, you're going to be regenerating from that. So she's going to be incredibly sustainable throughout this fight. And if you're just looking for that initial completion, right, if you don't have any extra large Mystic or villain champions who are going to be good for this CROSSBONES, you don't want to rank any of them up, then Omega Sentinel, if you happen to have her, here's the thing. For the people who have Omega Sentinel, the people who like bought a lot of calves to get her or grinded 250 million in the arena, you're gonna have an extra large or a villain or a Mystic who can do this. So she might as well not even be on the list. But I mean, listen, if you're just looking for completion, and let's say you got really lucky with the calf, there's one person out there, Omega Sentinel is your girl. Up next, This one is going to be Warlock. Now, Warlock fits the extra large objective. He is a hero double immune champion who is going to also stop the healing that CROSSBONES does when he hits your block. So Warlock, really, really good for this. His damage is not super duper high, right? There are other robots higher on the list because their damage is higher. This CROSSBONES has about 650,000 health. He's very punishing. You want to get in and get out of this fight as fast as you can, as effectively as you can. Up next, speaking of sustainability, King Groot. King Groot is not a hero, but he is extra large. He fits one of the objectives. If you have a high sig King Groot, you're going to do really well here. He's immune to bleed, right? The special one places 3 debuffs on the defender, and what that's going to do is it's going to allow CROSSBONES to convert those into Furies and keep the fight rolling along with that, with that ability to purify the armor breaks into Furies. Also, if you have a lot of Furies on King Groot, you could potentially hit into his block and risk biohazard because you'll shrug off the poison. So overall, King Groot's a very sustainable good option if you happen to have one ranked up at a high sig. Wouldn't recommend a low sig though, because the big thing there is the sustainability. All right, up next we have Ultron. Ultron's one of the champions that I soloed with really, really well. I went in first try, soloed with Ultron. He was the first champion I tried today. Got it done the first time. It took a little bit. It took like 5 minutes, took like 300 hits, because he's gonna shrug off a lot of the bleeds that you do. He's gonna tenacity them, whatever you call it. So you're gonna be missing out on a lot of Ultron's damage. But basically, what I did, I activated all my functions early on in the fight. I went for a special 3 first. That way I can get 8 bleeds on the heavy attack, go for a special 2, get a really big cauterize. And yeah, it was definitely a really good time. And Ultron, very, very good for it. Fits one objective as well. He fits the villain objective. So there you go. Wait, King Groot fits 2 of them. Villain extra large. Just realized that. Nice. King Groot. I'm sure so many people probably already commented that. Let's keep going. Up next, speaking of 2, Sentinel. Sentinel's a champion I did not try. I don't have a... I do have a 5-star ranked up. I could have tried it. But so many people in my chat were like, just did it with Sentinel. So good. He fits extra large. He fits villain. He's double immune. Double immune is very important here in my opinion because it really allows the openings of hitting his block to let him refresh all of his Furies and keep the fight rolling along. If the Furies fall off, it's going to start dragging and things can get bad. Then Bane can get you. So you really want to make sure you keep up with that throughout the fight. Sentinel is... There's nothing on paper that's going to make Sentinel bad here. He's going to be very, very good. He's very, very, very tanky. He's going to ramp up fine. Hit into the guy's block. You're fine to do it. You're double immune. Up next, we have a champion that I soloed with on stream. We have Dragon Dude. Fits the Mystic objective and the extra large objective. He's also a hero and double immune. Dragon Dude quite genuinely has every single thing possible going on in this fight. After the special 3, he's essentially immortal. The special 2 does a lot of damage. Get CROSSBONES in the corner, do a lot of damage. Throw the special 3, you're unstoppable. Eat the entire special 2 on the block and you're going to take no damage, and you'll even heal if you dex the end of it. So Dragon Dude, amazing for this fight. Best option for the Mystic objective, not even close. And also he's extra large too, so if you got a Dragon Dude ranked up, amazing. And for me, the number 1 option, champion that I finished this fight with a full 100% yellow bar, Omega freaking Red. So good, so good for this fight, man. Unbelievably good. I'm probably gonna upload that clip because it was so sweet. Finished with a full solid 100%. He fits the villain objective. He's not extra large, he's only large, but he did it so well, so much easier than Ultron and Dragon Dude for me. I just had to pop him up at number 1. So good for biohazard, man. It's like so good. Also, another thing is that like a lot of his damage comes from like the heavy attack degen, and when you have more than 10 spores, CROSSBONES is not going to be able to shrug that off. So you can counter his special 1 very easily with that heavy attack. A lot of easy openings you can get with the Mega Red for damage. Yo, real quick, honorable mention, man. I just saw a video of Sauron freaking nuking this guy. Poison immune. He really benefits from the bleed. Pretty much, man, the same kind of situation as Omega Red. Not as good as Omega Red, but he does the same kind of thing. He's also a villain, so if you don't have Omega Red and you happen to have pulled a Sauron from the Featured Crystal, dude, I love it when champions who like aren't really well loved do so good for niche content like this. So Sauron, huge honorable mention to this guy, man. If I saw that video prior, he would have been like in the top 5. So that's awesome. Some honorable mentions that could be okay is like Ghost, same reason as like Apocalypse, why I don't love her for it, right? because she's not a hero. At the end of the day, she can shrug debuffs, but she's not double immune, so those debuffs could definitely be very fatal if you mess up, and this fight is very, very punishing. 1 or 2 little slip-ups, and you're basically done. So Ghost is not sustainable, really, at all, and it's definitely possible. I'm sure somebody's going to do it, but yeah, I didn't even try personally because of just the nature of the fight. With the if there wasn't the buffed up defender, Ghost would probably be the best option, hands down. However, there is, and I feel like it's there for a reason, okay? So that's it for Eternity of Pain Week 1. I'm sure I missed 1 or 2 really good options. Feel free to let me know in the comment section below why I'm an idiot and why I forgot Champs X, Y, and Z. And yeah, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Comment what you think about Eternity of Pain Week 1. The rewards seem pretty good. The difficulty seems harder than last year, which I think is a good thing. And yeah, see you around.